Dr. Circus, let's talk a little bit about Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball was the number 3 overall pick in this past year's draft. We're going to talk about, should he have been? Should he have been the number 3 or should he have gone number 1? Right now, he's the front runner to win the NBA Rookie of the Year. So I'm going to ask you guys this. With the way Lamelo Ball is playing right now, with the publicity he's bringing to his team, should he have been the number 1 overall pick? Will, let me know.
So I would say no, he shouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick, and the reason is because Anthony Edwards, I think, was a better player for the Timberwolves situation right now, because D'Angelo Russell and LaMelo Ball isn't exactly a great fit. I mean, they both are kind of like LaMelo Ball's game in a way kind of can remind me of D'Angelo Russell at times. They just play a little bit too similar for them to be on the same team, in my opinion. But I will say this, he should have gone number 2. Like, in my opinion, the Golden State Warriors, they screwed up drafting James Wiseman. I understand James Wiseman positionally. Yeah, you kind of need a center, but the Golden State Warriors dynasty was built on small ball, not on centers, on all-star caliber centers. They've always relied on role players at that position. Andrew Bogut, Festus Ezeli, when they were making their runs. And I mean, it was the lineup of death. That's what got them there, with putting in small ball, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green being that small ball 5. They don't need a center. They should have drafted LaMelo Ball. Number 1, you'd be a great fit with Steph Curry. And don't let anyone tell you that he wouldn't be. Steph Curry can play off ball anytime he wants to, and LaMelo Ball could control play. And they could just do it. They can alternate on that. LaMelo Ball has been really good off the ball as well when it comes to his scoring. So no, he shouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick, although I do think LaMelo Ball is the best player in the draft. It's just that for the Timberwolves situation, they should have drafted Anthony Edwards, because I think Anthony Edwards has star potential as well. And the last thing I'll say about LaMelo Ball is I truly believe that LaMelo Ball's ceiling, I believe, is a superstar basketball player. And I don't think that should necessarily be the expectation for him. Expectation, I would say, perennial all-star level player. But I seriously think that this dude has superstar potential. I mean, he's already one of like the best playmakers in the league, and he's 19 years old. And he already has like range. He can already shoot 30 plus feet from the 3-point line. Now his shot's a little inconsistent. Like sometimes he'll be shooting like 40%, like 50% from 3 in like a 10-game span. Sometimes he can shoot like 20% from 3 in a 10-game span. So, but I'll bet on that consistency because he has the ability. But LaMelo Ball, I believe he has superstar talent, and I think the Warriors screwed up because I don't think James Wiseman has the ceiling that LaMelo Ball does.
Jake,
I didn't have a problem with who went number 1 because I think Edwards was a better fit. He's more athletic. He can do what the Timberwolves wanted him to do, kind of replacing what Andrew Wiggins did, like an athletic wing player who at times can shoot. And I'm not an NBA scout, but the fact that LaMelo Ball was not deemed as a consensus number 1 player in the draft because people were scared of his last name, I think that was the reason. Like ever since the 3 brothers were kids, everybody knew LaMelo was the best. Like LaMelo was always better than Lonzo. When you scale it, obviously Lonzo's 3-4 years older, but LaMelo was and I grew up 20 minutes from them. I went to multiple of their games, and the talk around that school, I'll go up top. The talk
I mean,
around
you're talking
school,
right now, Jake. I figured. I mean, you're complaining last show, so give you a little time up top.
But the talk around that school was always that LaMelo was the best, and Lonzo was deemed as an elite prospect. Obviously, he hasn't turned out to that, but LaMelo was such a good prospect. He could do everything. Lonzo couldn't do everything. LaMelo can do pretty much everything. And I had a problem with Luka not being deemed as the best player in the draft. Where that turned out. But he should have gone number 1. Luka should have gone number 1. LaMelo was never going to go number 1 because of the fit. But LaMelo was the best player in the draft, in my opinion. And I mean, let's not downplay what Anthony Edwards is having a decent year. Like he's like that. Him and LaMelo are averaging the same amount of points. They're both averaging over 14 points a game. LaMelo is a bit more efficient, but.
Yeah,
so
for me,
I'll downplay that, but
I want to hear what you guys have to say, because my whole thought process, obviously, first off, the NBA, it's a sports league, but it's also entertainment. It's so much more entertainment nowadays. And I mean, when we were looking at LaMelo Ball, the biggest thing, I'm like, he is going to bring you jersey sales. he is going to bring your team publicity. Right now, he is bringing the Hornets so much more publicity than if they would, let's say James Wiseman was on their team. So if you're the Golden State Warriors, that's why I was so confused. Pair Steph Curry with LaMelo Ball. Yes, it's maybe not the right fit to build a championship team, but I don't give a damn about fit right now. It's the best player, as we've seen right now. LaMelo Ball, pure talent, is the best player. He's bringing publicity. He's bringing jersey sales, and he's really he's the household name of this draft. Everyone's talking about LaMelo Ball, and that's the one thing I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I think organizations should, and they do value a bigger name because of the whole business aspect of it.
And also LaMelo Ball, like, I'll admit it, guys, I have watched more Hornets game this year so far in the season, like 20-something games in, than I did all of the last like 2 seasons.
Yes.
And the only reason has been because of LaMelo Ball, because like you said, he's such an entertaining player to watch.
Exactly.
And that's great for the Hornets. But when it comes to another thing with the Warriors, is like that I didn't mention before, is the Warriors, you do realize they're going to have a post Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green era. And LaMelo Ball is a perfect building piece for the post Steph Curry area for the Warriors. James Wiseman's a building block. He's a guy who you can pair with a franchise level superstar, and you can have success. LaMelo Ball is that franchise superstar. He is that guy, and I just think that they dropped the ball right in the present. Like, it's a bad move for the present, and it's also going to be a bad move for the future, because I think James Wiseman's ceiling is an all-star level player, but even then, I think that's pushing it. LaMelo Ball is going to be an all-star without a doubt. And by watching him play, I don't think you could say that he doesn't have that superstar potential at his ceiling.
Yeah, and I think that we all talked about. I mean, like, yes, maybe the fit wasn't there for the Timberwolves, but the reality is what he's doing right now. He's showing exactly why I think both those teams should have taken him. But
he's already better than his brother, like right now.
Yes, and that's the thing. That was never the debate, right? It was always LaMelo, as Jake said, was the more talented, pure talent. And maybe people were scared off because, they see he was a high school kid. No, the guy's a pure talent.